Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Project Ozone 3 Kappa Mode. Oh yeah, guys, last episode we ended up making these magmatic dynamos and we were upgrading them. We also made this underfluid conduit so we can move fluid around, specifically lava. So I've kind of set things up down in our lower area here to use the lava that we currently are generating. This was for our obsidian. So we're using that lava to feed our magmatic dynamos. These things are producing 600 RF each, right? So what is that, 2,400 RF that we're doing from for these things? And we have that going into our energetic infuser up here. This I have upgraded and added an augment flux linkage concentrator. Essentially, this allows items that you charge to be charged as fast as they possibly can. There is no limitation. So apparently this thing can charge at 18,000 RF per tick, I think. And does it say on here what the charge rate is? I don't think so, but this says 18,000. So I'm just going to assume that's what that is. So each one of these leadstone flux ducts per connection can only send 1,000 RF per tick. So I have it touching on 3 separate sides. So we're doing the full 2,400 RF per tick, and you can see here that we are nearly full. It's filling up fairly quickly. I mean, it's not like super fast, but it's way faster than the way we were charging this thing before on our one single lowly water wheel over here. Now, going from that water wheel to this, like this is a huge increase just doing lava generation. We were trying to work towards doing the, I guess the diesel generator and do like biofuel and stuff like that, but honestly trying to get there without like having any intermediate power just was not going to work. I don't know how much power the diesel generator generates, and I don't know if this is like the better option just to like expand this out, since we can get crucibles really easy, we can get the heat sand really easy, the cobblestone generators aren't too expensive, we have ways to put lava into all these different generators, and like making the magmatic dynamos themselves really aren't that expensive. I don't know if just like scaling up our lava power would be better and then go to like an extreme reactor later, or big reactor, whatever they're called. Not really sure if that's the way we want to go about this, but either way, like we are definitely powering up and getting ready to go here. So we did that. We made the resonant jetpack. We made this thing so we could get jade. And the jade will allow us to, I think we need it for this Specter energy injector so we can do wireless power. That's what we're looking for. So jade is found in the Erebus, so we need to go to the Erebus with our jetpack and do a little bit of mining. So that's what we're doing right now. We're letting this charge all the way up. We're going to go to the Erebus and see if we can find ourselves a little bit of jade. All right, guys. So an interesting thing that I just discovered about our about our resonant jetpack is that if you are in creative flight and you have the resonant jetpack on, even if you're not like actively using it, it uses power. So that's a problem if we're just kind of like putting it on before we get to a dimension where we can't fly. Just something to keep in mind. So I went ahead and I made the armor for this. So that you start down here to get the iron armor, which is just tin and iron. There's nothing crazy. That's the default recipe. Then you put in the induction smelter with 10 bronze, and then you put that in with 10 invar, and then that with 10 enderium. So I just got done making a little bit extra enderium here so we could do that. So this should give us diamond armor, I think, right? It's the same as like wearing diamond armor anyway. So we got full 10 shirts with that on. So I guess we are about ready to go here to go to the Erebus for like the first time to actually explore around and see if we can find the things that we are looking for. I was using Friender Pearls for the Enderium base. All right, we can put that away and that away. Oh, I didn't put this Enderium away. All right, so we are set. Let's go to the Erebus once again. Now, the reason why we made this jetpack, for those you might not have seen the previous episode, is creative flight is disabled in the Erebus. It's also disabled in the Twilight Forest. I did bring a hang glider with us so we can use our resonant jetpack to get high up in the air, and then we can glide using the hang glider so we're not wasting all of the power in our jetpack. So let's go here, and then we will put this guy on. Oop, that's not where that goes. Okay, so this thing is set to hover mode. I need to turn hover mode off. Let's find out where that option is. So control Hover is set to L. That's a random keybind, but okay, now that we know where it is, if I press it, that is bound to the advancements ones. All right, so controls, if we search for key and we search for L, we can get rid of the advancements because who cares about that? And there we go. Okay, so now we should be good. So now if I press L, hover mode disabled, enable, disabled. Okay, so we want hover mode disabled so we can use the hang glider. So the idea is we fly up with this and then we hang glide around. Okay, so we get height with the jetpack and then, yeah, we don't have to constantly waste all of our power. All right, so that will allow us to get around way easier. So we're looking for jade. That's really our thing that we are going for right now. It's a green gem and you're supposed to be able to find it in any of the blocks. I haven't done this in quite some time, so we're just gonna do this together. Yeah, actually, I was gonna vein mine everything that we can, but let's do like a 5x5. All right, so we will stand on something solid. Whoop. I just heard like a spider or something. I did hear a spider or something. Okay, so over here, I am not seeing jade, but I am seeing like a cobblestone, so I'm not sure what that is. Oh, that's like a dungeon. Okay, let's not go into there. What are these? Oh, that's another dungeon right here. It's a whole big dungeon thing. A jumping spider. I can't hit this thing for nothing. Let's see if we can do that. There we go. Better. I'm just gonna get rid of this spawner. Whoop. All right, get rid of that. Oh, I didn't even see this thing. That's a chameleon tick. No wonder I didn't see it. It was like blending in with the blocks around it. Oh boy. Okay, I just did a thing here. All right. I don't know if these things act like cave spiders or what, but I don't want any bugs touching me. That's where I'm at on that whole situation. So there's like nothing in that chest, and this one had pretty much nothing in it as well. Okay, so these are pretty much worthless to explore, unless we just got really, really unlucky. All right, let's try going maybe this way. Okay, still not seeing jade. And since it's essentially free for us to just vein mine, there's some jade. Yeah, since it's essentially free, we can just do this all day long. So I have my inventory full of this umber cobble. Let's fix that real quick. We'll put that into our dink knoll. I gotta get this off my hotbar, or off my offhand, I guess. So we'll do that. Then I can just throw all this down, and we'll just go into the dink knoll. Okay, now we are better. So camouflage powder, interesting. Okay, well anyway, this is what we're looking for, jade ore. We vein mine it, we got an advancement, and we got 6 of them. Well, that's all we needed, I do believe. So let's head back to the overworld and try and make ourselves that Specter injector so we can get some wireless power going on to keep our jetpack fueled. Okay guys, so to make this Specter energy injector, we do need to get ourselves another nether star. So we need a beacon. The beacon requires another star, glass, obsidian, standard vanilla recipe. We need the Specter string, which is the ectoplasm that we are farming from those trees, and then mana infused string. Okay, so we need to go get some ectoplasm. Let's go do that real quick. Ectoplasm. So last episode, we set up a whole bunch of these hopping bonsais to farm this stuff quite quickly. Since then, I have combined everything since we are getting so much of it. Yeah, so we have quite a bit here. It's still filling up, but yeah, we don't need, 15 of these things going or however many we had. So let's just grab, I don't know, about that much of the ectoplasm. Okay, so now that we have that done, we can make the Specter string. We'll just do 1 recipe for right now. And we are currently missing the Specter lens as well. So that needs Specter ingots. So these you can craft. 1 palace crystal, 1 mana infused ingot, and an ectoplasm makes 1. Or you can do 9 palace crystals, 9 mana infused ingots, and then 7 ectoplasm to make 9. So it's cheaper on the ectoplasm, but if you have as much as we do, then that doesn't really matter, right? So we need to get the palace crystal. Oh, we don't have any of that. So that is lapis that you put in front of the laser thingy. So lapis and then mana infused. So we have some of those. I will unblockify that while we are converting these other ones into the palace version. Well, actually, I gotta take the lens of disenchantment off there for that to work, huh? Okay, so let's try that again. So this goes here, and then a laser. There we go. Nice. So now we have all of that. And I guess I have to take this and put that through the thing as well. So now that we have blocks of everything, I should have just left them blocks, but I didn't realize that's what we were going to be doing. So that's fine. We'll just unblockify these as well. Cool. All right, so we need 4 of these Specter ingots, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we should be able to make this lens. Cool, so we have that. So the only thing that we are missing is the beacon and then these heavy steel plates. Now the heavy steel plates require us to have a hydraulic press from Magneticraft. So to make the hydraulic press, we need to get a paper and an iron. I feel like I made one of these before. I was thinking I might have did it in this series, but I looked around and I didn't see one of these things. It must have been another playthrough that I did like on my live streams or something where I made one of these. Or maybe it was when I played Project Ozone 3, the normal mode a long time ago that I made one of these. But either way, I don't think that requires power. We'll just set it down somewhere. Oh, can't be there. It's 3 wide. Apparently it's a 3 by 3. All right, let's break that then. So if I place it here, we'd be still not okay. It's gotta be placed here, like that. Okay, so we need some blocks here. I'm not exactly sure what all these blocks are. I guess I can figure that out by the icons and stuff. So it says we need an iron grate machine block is what we're missing. I think that's all these crosshatch ones. So iron, do we even have? We have 1. Okay, so that's not enough. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and try and get all this stuff sorted. I think all of these things are parts that we can make or have made before. Either way, I'm gonna do this. We'll be right back. And a short time while later, I decided that we were gonna move this up here by our Immersive Engineering section. Yeah, so these blocks are all called support column Y-axis is the name of them. But if you place them in a certain direction, you can see the message here. It says invalid block orientation, found block support column Y-axis, expected orientation axis X. But this block is just called Y-axis. So you do have to face them in a certain direction. So the ones on top have to be facing horizontally, and the ones on the sides have to be facing vertically. It did require us to make some of these other blocks, like the stripe machine block, which required a bunch of tungsten and a block of iron to make 4 of those. The support columns required some double tungsten plates. And those are really easy to do. Just put them through the compactor, right? Just 1 tungsten turns into a double tungsten plate. And then corrugated iron machine block, more tungsten, some zinc, some iron, and some stone. So like all in all, it's not that expensive, but I did have to take a whole bunch of our crushed netherrack and sift it to get more tungsten. We were running low. So right clicking on that activates the machine. Now we can look at this thing and you can see now that this does in fact require power. So we have to do the Magneticraft power. I'm not actually sure if that's where the power goes in. No, it must be this spot right here. That looks awfully similar to what the Immersive Engineering power things look like. I was going to try and show you guys, but like all of them are covered up. But yeah, anyway, that's what the Immersive Engineering power inputs look like, right? So we need to get some power going on over here for Magneticraft. Now that takes joules. It's a completely different power type. It does not take RF. So we made originally a thermoelectric generator. The Thermopile. Yes, we made that one. This we ended up using in the thermoelectric generator. It does require that for that recipe, but the Thermopile itself provides the type of power that we're looking for. So again, more tungsten plates. We have to make that small battery, not a big deal. The fine copper wire things, we've done this before. I'm gonna go ahead and get this hooked up, get some lava and water so we can have this producing power, get that hooked up over here to our compressor thingy. What is this thing even called? I don't remember. Hydraulic press. Get that hooked up to our hydraulic press and then we'll continue on. All right, so a thermopile has been put into place. I did have to make some of this electric cable though in order to connect it. I thought we had to use these electrical connectors, similar to like how you do it with Immersive Engineering where you place down the thing and you run the wire. But no, it has to use these electric cables, or at least that's the only way I could see it used. So below the floor here, we have our thermopile, and then I have lava on two sides, diagonal from each other, and on opposite of the lava, I have snow. I don't know if that's actually the best that we can do right now, but it works and we're getting power in here and that's all that really matters. So we needed this in order for us to make heavy steel plates. So a heavy steel plate requires 4 steel per plate. So that means we need 16 steel in order to do this. I didn't even look to see if we had the steel. Hopefully we do. We have steel. Awesome. So we just need 16 of those and we should be able to throw that in the machine and hopefully everything is just going to work correctly. Throw that in there. It is eating through our power quite significantly, but I think we should have enough in here to do all 4 of these. Looks like things are happening just fine. Easy. Okay, so we have ourselves another star shard. I guess that's new. I don't remember them dropping that before. That's from progressive bosses. Oh, yeah, because the wither boss was fragment of noon. Yeah, the wither boss did spawn in some wither minions there, so I guess maybe that's part of that whole thing. I'm not entirely sure, but either way, we got ourselves our another star that we needed. So we need what, 2 obsidian? Or I'm sorry, not 2. 3 obsidian and then some glass. 5 glass. Okay, so now we should be able to make our beacon that we need. So there's the beacon. And we have everything here for the Specter energy injector. Cool. So this guy, we need to get down here and put it on this so it starts gaining power. Yeah, so that's going to hold 1 million FE as a buffer. And then as we use power from here, our leadstone flux duct can go ahead and charge up more. Getting better power storage and things like that is definitely a thing on the list, but this, like being able to wirelessly transfer power, if we run out of power in the Erebus or whatever, like we can just AFK for a little bit and that'll fill us up. I do have a chunk loader here in the base. I put this in here quite some time ago. If we do the show lasers, like the entire base, well, I guess the entire center portion of the base is within, oh no, I'm sorry. The entire base, you can see that line way out there going outside of the circle. Yeah, the entire base here is fully chunk loaded. Okay. Circle, hide lasers. Okay, so we're good. Yeah, so everything here at our base is chunk loaded. So when we're in another dimension, any power that we're generating or things that happen here in the base will still work while we are not here, which is great. Okay, so now that we have the Specter energy injector, we need to get the Specter energy charger. So that requires the redstone one, that requires the Specter one, and then that is just a simple recipe, some Specter string, obsidian, ingot, we've seen that. The redstone one is some redstone blocks and redstone, we've seen that. And then this one requires stable ender pearls, which is obsidian, lapis, and ender pearl. Easy. So we should have everything. I'm just going to go ahead and craft up some of these ender Specter chargers, or at least one of them. So I had forgotten that the ender Specter charger, you can put onto a bobble slot. It says it right on the tooltip. I forgot you could do that. But this thing also, it doesn't do anything until you do a shift right click on it. You have to actually turn it on, and then it starts being able to charge things that's in your inventory. Yeah, so now our jetpack is being charged wirelessly through this over here, which doesn't have any power since, yeah, we're not making, I guess, 20,480 RF per tick. So it's just going to drain all the power until we're all gone or my jetpack charges up. But yeah, this is working quite nicely. Yeah, that's doing everything that we want it to do. I like it. Now, I think it does charge faster, actually. This looks like it's only charging at about 1,000 RF per tick, right? I think it does charge faster if we put it into here. Yeah, that's definitely faster. I'm not sure why this isn't charging it as fast. It says it can charge 20,000, but this is obviously charging it faster. I don't know. Oh, actually, I know exactly why. We have one connection going into the Specter energy charger, right? So this can only output 1000 RF per tick. We need to have a few more leadstone over there touching that thing. I guess just, well, no, I was going to say just moving it one spot over would do it, but no. We have to get a couple more of the leadstone here. And we actually have 2 of them. Perfect. All right, so now that we have those, we just come down over here. And, well, let's move this thing over 1. So if we put this right here, and then we do one of those and one of those, now it should charge at the maximum speed that we are producing power, since it can output 3000 RF per tick, and we're only making 2400. Yeah, so it should be the same speed now. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, so now we're charging as fast as we're making power. I like it. Okay, guys, so we are pretty much all set and ready to go. However, there is one more thing that I would like to do now that we have all of this stuff done. I have the Ender Specter charger here in my bauble slot, so it's not taking up an inventory anymore. But yeah, I think one of the things that we want to do next is we want to look at upgrading our armor. Now, we've been using the sapphire armor for quite some time, and that's just okay. I would like to upgrade to the like dark steel armor, so dark trousers or whatever, dark steel trousers, leggings, whatever they're called. But I don't think you can actually, well, actually that's probably wrong. Let's do Ender IO dark. Yeah, so these are craftable. However, the default recipe has been removed, and you do have to do it on the champion bench, so we don't even have this done. This is armor plus, but that also requires dark matter for us to even think about doing this. And then dark matter requires supremium, and that requires super, yeah, anyway, we're not into mystical agriculture. We're not gonna be able to do this. That's far down the line, so that's a no-go. Now, I did get a tip in the comment section that Voidcraft has the void armor. This stuff is just craftable normally, but the thing about the void armor though, like for instance the helmet, we have 3 armor plus 1.25 toughness, so the void helmet is 4 armor and then 3 armor toughness. The sapphire chestplate is 8 and 1.25. This one is 8 and 3. The void leggings is 6 and 3. These are 6 and 125. And the sapphire boots are 3, 125. And these are 4 and 3. So the helmet and the boots are both better armor-wise. And then every single piece of this is way better with the armor toughness. Each one of these has a level 3 armor toughness. Now, armor toughness is one of those things that I've never really thought about. I've seen it before. I've heard the stat. And I know bigger is better, but I don't know why. But apparently, the more armor toughness you have, the more damage it takes, like the higher amount of damage incoming before it'll start like penetrating your armor, and then you take whatever your armor mitigates your damage from. Does that make sense? So like if you have, I don't know, 1000 armor toughness, you have to have like a strike that's so hard, like, I don't know, 200 damage incoming or something before it penetrates that armor toughness, and then your normal armor mitigates the damage. So like anything less than 200, I'm just throwing these numbers around, I don't know the actual calculation, but anything less than 200 would just be no damage. So essentially, the higher the armor toughness, the better your armor is going to be. There is a limit to that. I'm not exactly sure what the upper limit is, like 30 or something. But anyway, long story short, we're going to upgrade to the void armor, and then we need to get our protection on there as well. Our leggings only have protection 3. So we can do the void crystals. Let's go ahead and do this. So another benefit about this, actually, before we continue on, the durability, 1,320 versus 176. Yeah, so this is better armor overall. It has way more durability, better armor toughness, better armor on the helmet and the boots. Yeah, and it's just gonna last for forever. So that's really, really good. And then we'll do that. So leggings, helmet, boots, and then chest plate. Okay, so we have all of these different pieces. Now I need to get the current enchantments off of my armor and then put it onto this. I don't know if it's worth actually just doing rando enchants. Maybe it is. We could try like a random enchant and see what we get. If we get protection 4, we might just do that. Perfect. Okay, well, I need lapis and stuff. All right, tell you what, I'm just gonna go ahead and do some enchanting. We'll be right back. Our armor looks pretty good, gotta say. This void armor, not so bad. And as far as the enchantments go, we have protection on breaking on everything. This has got soulbound as well. Same thing for the void chest plate. The void leggings, we have the same thing, except this got soulbound 3. That's the thermal one. Every time we die, we lose a soulbound level, and then eventually it just goes away, and we don't respawn with the void leggings. Void boots, I did add on stable footing. This is an enchantment that we got from, I think a loot bag or something. And then I took pretty much all of our other enchantments off our previous armor. The stable footing is really good if you guys have not seen that. So when you're flying normally, it takes you forever to break blocks, right? But with stable footing, you break it like you're standing on something. So flying around, especially in like a void world like this, that's really nice. Yeah, you don't have to land somewhere to mine blocks at a reasonable speed. So I like it. So we are fully enchanted. You can see that we now have an orange shirt down there. So we have 11 armor resistance. And then we have all the extra armor toughness like we were talking about before. So I think we should be pretty much ready to go to the Erebus. Now, the reason why we're even here, again, we are looking for exoskeleton plates, which come from exoskeletons. So we have to find bugs that drop the exoskeletons and then farm up a decent amount of those. Okay, that's what we are after. So jetpack on. So we're going to lose a little bit of our armor while we're doing this. Oh, I just noticed that we still have the orange shirt. That's 8 and 3. This is just 8. Okay, so this doesn't have any armor toughness, but it's the same amount of armor. I see. Okay, so as we fly around, oh, we need to take that off. As we fly around, as we glide around, that should be charging up, and it absolutely did, which is great. So we have a waypoint here, so we know how to get back. We have decent armor. I think we just need to go around and fly and find some bugs that drop exoskeletons. So I feel pretty confident about our stuff going forward right now. Hopefully we're not just gonna get one shot by something. All right, so we need to kill pretty much everything because I don't know. Why did that glow? Oh, it's called a glow worm. That's gotta be why. Yeah, we gotta kill pretty much everything because I don't know what it is. Okay, that's a thing. Get away from me. I don't know what it is that we need to attack to get the exoskeletons. Obviously something that's got like an exoskeleton, but I don't know which bugs in particular to look for. Like, does this beetle down here? Oh, that was a nice advancement made. Meet the beetles. Does that beetle down there drop exoskeletons? If it does, it'll be nice. I think that's actually an exoskeleton. Cool, we got our first one. Now we need a bunch more. All right, guys, so we didn't go very far at all. Like, not very far at all. So this is like where we spawned in or over here, one of the two directions. We just came over here. You can see there's a boss as Umber, Golem, Idol, Guardian. That means that right next to us is one of the pyramids where we need to kill the antlion boss. And the antlion boss is what we need to kill in order to make the wand of animation. So this is a really, really good find. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put a waypoint here and just do pyramid, I guess. I can't remember what it's called. I could call it antlion or something, but we're not actually gonna go into that just yet. Still trying to find the exoskeletons. Oop, there's another. Yeah, there's 2 of them right here apparently. So yeah, oh, you can see the pyramid. Awesome. I didn't know it was right exposed right there. Cool. So yeah, that's really, really close. That's a great find. You know, I said we're not going to go into this pyramid. We're not doing it this episode, but I did mean we're not actually going into it. But I just remembered that down around the pyramid, yeah, you can find antlions. These things are a little scary, but those should drop the exoskeletons that we're looking for as well. So look at that. We just got a whole bunch of them. So the antlions have spawners. So unless I want to get really involved, I guess we can just kind of like hang out over here and wait for antlions to spawn. I'm not sure, is this, I can't see what that says. There's too many things. Oh, that is the antlion spawner. Okay, so I think they changed what those look like. I'm not actually sure, but I don't remember them looking like that before. All right, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and farm antlands here, try and get the exoskeletons that we're looking for, and we'll continue on. Farming those antlions really was pretty easy to do, and we ended up with 47 exoskeleton plates, which is fine. I think we needed 2 of them for this blood altar. That's what we're going after that for. So we needed the reinforced exoskeleton plates. So 2 of these guys. Cool. So that takes care of that requirement. We still have to do the demonic will, which we haven't done yet. I believe we have to do the snares and this kind of stuff. We have to do another gold furnace, which is really simple, and some steel. We will look at that, I do believe, next episode. Yeah, so we were able to go through the Erebus now very easily with the glider and our jetpack. And thanks to our wireless charging, yeah, we can just fly around and not really have to worry about it. It would be nicer if we were just allowed to create a flight, but that is a little cheaty, I guess. This combination will also allow us to get around the Twilight Forest that much easier too. Same kind of a deal, so that's going to be really nice. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on it if you did enjoy. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.